Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Alicia and I'm back with another DIY video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these memorial or celebration of life fans. Now I showed you guys how to make the t-shirts. Now I want to show you guys also how to make these fans. These fans came out super cute. They're very sentimental. They just look beautiful. If you're going to a funeral, to have the t-shirt with the matching fan, and I'm also going to do the matching face mask as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these fans. They're super easy to make. So you know what, enough said, let's get into it. Like always, go ahead to my website createyourdreams.com to get my templates. Go to graphics and then where it says pre-made designs and go down to where it says memorial designs and go ahead and click on that. I'm going to leave the links down below, so if you can't find it, then don't worry, I got you. So we're going to go to where it says blue cloud wing designs. We're going to use that design as well as the pink heart design. So you want to go ahead and you want to click that and go ahead, and once it comes up, you can select your file of choice, whether it be a PNG or JPG. I'm going to choose PNG. All my PNG files are transparent or the background is already removed. So go ahead and click PNG because that's what I'm going to use in this video, and then go ahead and add that to cart. So after I add that to cart, I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm also going to add the back of the fan as well. So I want to go back into memorial designs and click on where it says blue clouds poem back. That's the back of the fan. Now I also have it where the poem is not on there, so you can put your own poem or your own special words on there as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and choose the one that already has the poem on there. Then we're going to go ahead and go back, and we're going to select our pink heart wings fan. I'm going to select both the front and the back that has the poem on it also, and add all of those to cart, and then we're going to go ahead and check out. Now, if you don't know, all of my graphics are instant downloads. So once you check out, you can download them instantly and save them. And I also have them as buy one, get one free. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the coupon code. So now that I have all 4 images added to my cart, I'm going to go ahead and put in the coupon code where it says discount code. Go ahead and type in instant BOGO, and I will link that down below as well, so you can have that, and press apply, and that should go ahead and activate your buy one get one. So once you go ahead and activate that, you can go ahead and check out of the items in your cart. Once you check out, I'm going to show you guys how these are super instant. A download now box, which you can see there, would pop up, and then you can go ahead and download each one of your images. So go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and download the first one so you guys can see how it looks on camera, and just go ahead and download it and click open, and here is the back of our heart angel wings fan. Very nice, and the background is already removed. It's transparent. You can go ahead and look through all of them. Is basically going to be the same, and then go ahead and save the images to your device, whether it's your phone, your laptop, your tablet, however you're purchasing. Go ahead and save your images. And also, if by chance you don't see this download now box pop up, the images will also get sent to the email that you use when you check out. Now I'm going to show you guys how to edit these using PicMonkey. You can use Canva, but I always use PicMonkey to do my graphics, so I'm going to edit it showing you guys how to use it. I'm going to use PicMonkey and show you guys how to edit these and add your loved one's picture to your fan. So once I get into PicMonkey, I log into my account. I'm going to go to where it says create new at the very top. Then I'm going to scroll down to where it says print sizes, and the print size I'm going to use is 11.5 by 8.5 US standard size. So once I click that, it'll open up to a blank sheet of paper that's 11 by 8.5. Then at the very top, it says add image. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to add our first fan image. Plus, I'm going to also add the image of the person that's going to be going on the fans as well. So I'm going to go ahead and find the images and add them, and come right back and show you guys how we're going to edit these fans. So now that I added the front of our blue clouds design, I'm going to go ahead and click that once and it'll pop up into the center of our blank sheet of paper. You don't have to resize it. You can if you want to, but I just left the fan the way that it is once I downloaded it. I didn't resize it, and they came out being the way that it is when I showed you guys how the finished fans look in the beginning of the video. So you can resize it if you want to, but I chose not to. Then I went ahead and clicked on the image of the person that I'm going to be putting on the fan. I went ahead and pressed crop so I can take out the top and bottom of the picture because this was a social media picture. So I went ahead and cropped the top and bottom out and clicked apply. Once I do that, I went to where it says remove background and just click that once, and that basically took off the entire background of the photo. She looks perfect just like that. Then I went ahead and sized it and moved it to the center of where I wanted to be on the front of the fan. Now after I went ahead and sized it to my liking, I went ahead and added Forever in Our Hearts. This is a free graphic that you can find in the freebies section of my shop. You can go and add your own text in PicMonkey and write whatever caption you want to put. Maybe you might want to put the person's name, a message, you know, that represents the person. But if you want to use the Forever in Our Hearts, definitely check out my website in the freebie section and you can find it there. I was satisfied with the way that it looked, so I went ahead and downloaded this and printed it just the way it is. Now that we have the front of our fan finished, I was going ahead and erase the images and went ahead and worked on the back of the fan. So I just clicked the back of the fan once and added that to the center of our blank sheet of paper. Now, like I said, just like the front of the fan, I did not resize the back of it because the front size already was made to match the back size. Keep in mind, if you are going to resize these and make them bigger or smaller, you have to resize both images the same size basically. So you can add your loved one's sunrise and sunset date or their name or anything on here, but I like it the way that it is, so I just went ahead and downloaded it and printed it just like this. So after printing this, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna work on the hearts, the pink hearts. So I went ahead and uploaded those images and they popped up over there on the side along with the other ones, and I went ahead and clicked the front part of the pink heart fan first, and then I went ahead and clicked on the image once again, and basically I'm just doing the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and crop her picture, and then I'm gonna remove the background and center that to where I want it to be on the front of the fan. So it's basically the same exact instructions as the blue clouds. I'm not going to resize the heart fan either. I'm leave it at the exact same size that it is right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove her background, and then I'm going to crop her picture a little bit smaller because with the heart, it's not as long as the other image. So I want to crop it to where is right like around her waist because I want to get her bigger because I want to put her in the middle of where those wings are, if that makes sense. So her body, if I let her whole body shoot, her legs would be hanging off of the fan. So I just went ahead and cropped her so that her arms and her shoulders could fit like right underneath or right next to where the fan wings are. So perfect, just like that. I could have left her a little bit longer, but I think it looks perfect just like that. So I'm going to size her and put her exactly where I want her to be, and there we have it. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and come back and show you guys how it looks when everything is printed. So after I finished the front of the fan, I went ahead and uploaded the back of the fan, and I didn't make any changes to that either. I didn't change the size. I didn't add anything else to it. I just left it the way that it was, the same way we did the other fan, and I went ahead and downloaded them and printed it. Now these are how they came out once I printed. My room is not the brightest, guys, and I know I've told you that in other videos. I can't wait to move and get me a nice bright crafting room. My room is not the brightest, but these are how they came out. I actually had went back in and added her pictures to the back of the first fan, of the Blue Clouds fan, because I felt like it looked a little plain once I printed it. So I went back in and I changed the back a little bit. But to add the pictures to the back of the fan is the same way you add the pictures to the front of the fan. So yeah, these are how they came out the printer once I printed them, and I used my HP inkjet. I will link my printer down below, and I printed these on cardstock. I will also link the cardstock I use as well. I bought a regular pack of cardstock from Walmart, a regular white pack. It must have been for $10 for 150 sheets, very inexpensive. And I went ahead and printed both the back and front on the cardstock. So now I'm going to show you guys how to assemble these. So the tools you're going to need to assemble these is your glue gun. You're going to need some wooden fan panels, some popsicle sticks, some little wooden popsicle sticks as well, and of course your scissors and some glue sticks. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut these out on camera. You don't have to use a cutting machine to cut these out because the images are so big. I just went ahead and cut them out by hand, which I normally do anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit because I don't want you to watch me cut everything out in regular time. It takes forever. It doesn't take forever. These images are really big, but I just went ahead and speeded it up, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how they all look when they're cut out, and then we can start to go ahead and assemble these. So now that everything is cut out, this is how they look, the front and the back. Please excuse me if you hear my dog in the background. He just busted in my room, y'all, like he owned the place. So if you happen to hear his heavy breathing, please excuse him. But these are how the front and the back of the fans look. They came out, the colors came out really, really nice with my inkjet printer. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to set up my little station so I can go ahead and show you guys how to assemble these. These are super easy to assemble, very quick. Very easy to put together. This is like a really good DIY, a really good way of celebrating somebody's life. You know, funerals are very expensive. They cost a lot of money. So if you can make whatever you can make to help, you know, celebrate this person's life without having to spend a whole lot, this is a really, really good and an inexpensive project. And like I said, very sentimental. You could give these to people as gifts. These you can have forever. So we're going to start with assembling our blue clouds. So I went ahead and I plugged up my glue gun so it's already hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the back of the fan, and we're going to turn that around, and I'm going to go ahead and place some glue in the center of where I want our wooden panel to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue and then hurry up and grab me a wooden panel. I'm going to link these fan panels down below for you so you can find them on Amazon. And then we're going to go ahead and put that onto our glue and hold it for about 15 seconds for it to dry. The glue gun dries very fast. If you're familiar with using glue guns, then you already know. Then I'm going to go ahead and take 2 popsicle sticks. And this step is important. Do not skip this step. The popsicle stick makes the fan sturdy. So when you do use the fan, when you wave the fan, it doesn't have like a wobbly sound to it. These keep the fan very sturdy. And 2 of them should do the trick. So just go ahead and I usually just, you can glue them straight up and down in the middle of the fan, or you can glue them the way that I'm gluing them, like in the letter A shape. So I just usually glue one on each side of our fan handle, and that alone should do the trick. And then after I do that and it dries, I'm just going to go ahead and work on attaching the front part of our fan. And to do that, I go ahead and I use just regular Scotch tape. This helps. You don't have to, but I found that this helps for you to keep the fan centered, so that when you use the glue gun, you know, because once you put the glue gun on there, you can't change, you can't reposition, you can't take it apart, you know. So first you want to use your Scotch tape and just put tape around the back of the fan, and then we're going to attach the front of the fan with the tape first. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys. I'm not going to do too much talking, and I'll come back and talk you guys through it after I'm finished taping around the back of the fan. So now that I went ahead and finished taping the back of our fan, I went ahead and got the front of our fan, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the back piece. Now you can see the reason why I used tape at first, because if I had used glue and it wasn't centered, you can't lift the front of that fan back up. So you see how I was able to pull the front part back up and recenter it? This is the reason why it's very important to use that Scotch tape first, guys, before you start to glue the front of the fan to the back, because you want to make sure that it's centered to the back of the fan. So now that I see that it's centered, I'm going to go ahead and check the front and the back. If you have any white overlapping, don't worry about it. It actually blends in with the fan itself, but you can always cut off any white overlapping paper after you're finished. So now we're going to start to glue our fan together with our glue gun. So I'm going to start at the very top, and I'm just going to pull it down a little bit just to expose the top half, and then I'm going to go ahead and start adding some glue around. You want to get close to the edges, but not that close where it'll spill over. But if it does, it's okay. But just go ahead and get close to the edges, put some glue, and then take your time and just pat it down. Hold it for about 15 seconds, or pat down for about 15 seconds, and it'll be dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and lift the bottom or the sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to do one side first, left or right, it doesn't matter. Just do one side at a time, and go ahead and glue around the edges as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and pat that down and secure it for about 15 seconds so it can dry. And then after that side is dry, we're going to go ahead and hit our other side, and then the bottom where our wooden fan handle is. So yeah, this is very easy to put together. Like I said, the most important part, I believe, is to use that Scotch tape before you use your glue. That'll make it a whole lot easier on you guys, as far as the end result being looking good and clean and put together properly. So yeah, that's basically all it takes, guys. Super simple instructions, very easy to make, quick to dry, and you have your fan. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take off a little bit of that white overlapping, but like I said, you can leave it because it actually blends in with the fan. But on the back a little bit, I can see that I need to cut some of that white overlapping off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that on the front of the back. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and put together our pink fan. I'm not going to talk you guys through that one because it's basically the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and put together the pink one and come back and show you guys how they look when they're finished. So now that I'm finished with our blue clouds fan, this is how it looks. Very nice. And here is the back of it. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting together the pink clouds angel wings. Then I'm going to come back and show you guys the end result. But it's just basically the same as how I put together the blue clouds. I'm just going to speed through it a bit because it's the same exact instructions. Then I'm going to come back and show you guys the end result. So now that both of my fans are complete, this is how they look. I just moved over to a different part of my room so you guys can see it in better lighting. But yeah, these are how the fans look, and they're a wonderful size. I love them. I love the colors, and here is the poem on the back. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, you guys can personalize these even more and add a, whatever you want to add to it. But these are really nice keepsakes for a celebration of life or for a funeral or memorial service. These are really, really nice, and you can give them away as gifts and people can keep them so they can always have a picture of their loved one. Very nice. Here is our blue clouds, forever in our hearts. It just came out so nice. I can't wait to give these to my neighbor because this is for her. And yeah, I love the way these came out, guys. So just definitely go ahead and give this a try and customize it and personalize it to your liking. Very, very nice keepsake to have. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I just want you guys to know that I'm grateful. Thank you for watching my videos. And if you make it all the way through the end, thank you so much. And I will leave all the links down below that you need to make these fans the same exact way that I did. Definitely give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe. I will be adding more videos every single week. Thank you guys. And like always, God bless.